Chelsea, the Blues, will be hosting Arsenal, the Gunners, at the Stamford Bridge. You know what? This is going to be a London derby. Arsenal is first on the league table. Chelsea is second on the league table with a difference of 6 good points. Now, Chelsea won against Barcelona in the Champions League. Arsenal also won against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So these two teams are very solid to face each other. The thing is that over 4 good years, Chelsea have never won against Arsenal. The last time Chelsea won against Arsenal was in 2021, 2-0. And these goals were scored by Romelu Lukaku and Reece James. So you can imagine, oh really, for real? And now, Arsenal have been dominant in terms of head-to-head when it comes to Chelsea for some time now. And what is the essence of beating Chelsea left, right, center, but you are unable to win the Premier League? It is what it is. These two clubs will be facing each other. If Chelsea wins over Arsenal, it means Chelsea will close the gap by just 3 good points. However, if Arsenal wins against Chelsea, you know already, 9 good points on the league table. And this is the time that Arsenal must win the Premier League. Because I learned they are being ascribed as landlords. They don't own the lands, but they got the lands. They don't own the trophies. They got the trophies for the other teams. It is what it is. And now the good news for Chelsea is that their playmaker, their star boy, Kopama, is back in the team. And since Kopama left due to injury, Chelsea have played 13 good matches and they have been good so far, even though there were 2 losses. Now you could see the momentum, you could see the zeal, the control, the possession. It means that the Chelsea team is built in a way that they don't necessarily have to depend on Kopama. It is what it is. The presence of Kopama is an addition, is a supplement. But it doesn't mean that the current Chelsea team that they have, Kopama is the savior. No. We know what Kopama can do. Everybody knows that Kopama is him. But then, 13 good matches in the absence of Kopama, everybody knows Maresca has built Chelsea's team that they don't necessarily have to rely on Kopama. The question is that, should Chelsea feature Kopama in the first 11? Because we know that Bahamas, Kopama will face Arsenal. It is a done deal because he is fit. But would he start? That is the point over here. And Kopama starting against Arsenal, I don't think it is a good idea because already the momentum is there. The way Chelsea's players are, in fact, the compatibility is there. No need for Kopama to come and distort the current team because Estevao, Pedro Neto, name the Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, they are doing very well. Gusto and all that. Right from the keeper, the defense, the midfield, the attacking, they are doing excellently well. This is not the time to bring Kopama to come and start. I don't think it's a good idea. So this is going to be my possible first 11 that is going to face the Gunners. Chelsea must try as much as possible to close the gap. If they are unable to close the gap, then it is their own palaver. Now, the goalkeeper is Sanchez. Robert Sanchez. Number 2 will be Gusto. Malo Gusto. He's been very good. He is one of the guys that have proven that he is a lucky man. Because for you to be a replacement for Reece James, it means you have certain qualities, certain, tenacity that nobody has it. Number 3, Cucurella. I think Cucurella needs to rest, but for this match, we cannot. Cucurella as number 3, Chalobah as number 4, and Fofana as number 5. It is what it is. Because this guy, Chalobah, Fofana, Gusto, they really handle the defense very well. The only issue is the back pass that they give to Mr. President. That's the only issue I have, but we cannot do away with back passes. Now, The two pivot players or the pivotal players is going to be, I will take Reece James and Caicedo, partnered by Enzo Fernandez, because Enzo Fernandez will be supporting the attackers. Now, this time around, I am going to replace Garnacho with Pedro Neto. I'm going to replace Garnacho with Pedro Neto. I know that the replacement for Garnacho is Gittins, but Estaval must start. Estaval must not be on the bench. Enzo Maresca shouldn't do that. So I'm going to bring Pedro Neto, then Esteval, then we have our main striker, who is Liam Delap. This is my formation. And if Enzo Maresca should go by this formation, Chelsea is good to go. Why? Because Reece James and Caicedo are able to do the tackling. These two guys are able to do the tackling than Enzo. Enzo is more of an offensive player, even though he can do what Reece James will do in the midfield. But then Enzo likes to score. Enzo likes to move forward, which creates a little bit pressure for Caicedo. And that is why I am replacing, or I'm pairing Caicedo with Reece James in the midfield. Because Reece James is also a defender in terms of 2. So if it becomes critical, Reece James can support the defense. Caicedo, we know what he can do already. But Enzo must support Esteval, Pedro Neto, and Liam Delap. Now, Pedro Neto, because he has the pace, he's never tired. Esteval, because he's able to dribble, he's very swift. Liam Delap, because he's a typical 9, unlike João Pedro. He's a typical 9 because João Pedro is a bit of 10, 9. I don't want that. We want somebody who can take the defenders on. And you realize that Liam Delap is very strong in terms of the defense. And it's also tall because Arsenal defense is full of guys that you can see. Saliba is very tall. Even Declan Rice can also go and join them there. We have the guys. You see, this is why Liam Delap must be there rather than João Pedro. Though João Pedro is good. And Kopama must be on the bench. Because if Kopama comes in the second half, he will come and replace Esteval or replace Enzo. Then Enzo will drop here, Pedro Neto will come here, and then we are good to go. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for Chelsea to beat Arsenal. You can't be in the Premier League for the past 4 years that you cannot beat Arsenal. Why must Arsenal sit on your happiness for 4 good years? 2021, Chelsea are unable. Chelsea were unable, and Chelsea couldn't beat Arsenal. And this is the time to let Arsenal know that, Charlie, the league does not belong to you alone. We are all in the title race. Stop them right there. Now, Arsenal are good with set pieces. Arsenal, they are very good with set pieces. When it comes to set pieces, free kick, corner, and other, they are very good. So Chelsea defense must be very strong in order to oppose them. Now, one way of defending is to attack. Just keep attacking. Now, Cucurella is going to face Bukayo Saka. And Cucurella, we trust him. We know what he can do. Cucurella, there's no need to talk much about him. He's going to pocket Saka. He's done that already. He's going to pocket it. Now, Gusto will either meet Trossard or Martinelli. So they should be very mindful of who they are. Declan Rice and the rest. Chelsea is going to hold them. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is my analysis and the prediction of who and who should face the Arsenal team because they are a champion. For them to be leading Premier League and be leading Champions League, it's like they are leading home and away and far away. So ladies and gentlemen, Let me know where you are watching from. Let me also know your prediction. Now, I haven't given you my prediction. My prediction is going to be 3-2 against Arsenal. Chelsea will win 3-2 against Arsenal. Let me know your comments. Let me know your prediction in the comment section. My name is Wizzy. Subscribe, follow, share, and we'll see you in the next one.